Hello, dear friends, and welcome to my channel, All About English with AB. Today, we are going to discuss tense. Tense is an important part of English grammar. It is very important to understand tense as there are many students who get confused in it. Let us start with the definition of tense. Tense is a grammatical term which is used to indicate whether a sentence or a verb is an action in the past, the present, or the future. In short, tense tells us whether an action is taking place in the present, it took place in the past, or it is likely to take place in the future. Grammatically speaking, tense can be further subdivided into two parts. They are present and past, and in order to refer to future, we use future time reference. Now let's move on and try to understand tense in a detailed manner. In order to understand tense in a simpler way, I have drawn two circles. Let me tell you that in order to use tense in a proper way, we also need to know the correct usage of verb. As in the left hand side, we can see the circle indicates verb, which is subdivided into first form of verb, second form of verb, and third form of verb. The first form of verb is the base form or the present form. The second form of verb is the past form, and the third form of verb is the past participle form. In the right hand side, the circle indicates tense, and we are already aware about the subdivisions of tense. In order to understand and use tense properly, we also need to know the correct usage of verb. If we are able to understand the correct usage of verb, we will be able to understand tense in a better way. Now, let's move on to the application and proper usage of tense. As we already know, tense helps us to know when the action is taking place. So, when we talk about actions that are a part of habit, universal truth, and scientific facts, we use simple present or present indefinite tense. In other words, simple present or present indefinite tense talks about those actions which are a part of routine, which are a part of habit. It also talks about customs and traditions. Let us take some examples to understand it in a better way. The first example, Rajiv takes a walk every day. Now, this is an action that is a part of routine. So, in order to express this, we have used present indefinite tense. As we have used the sentence, the structure will become clear. As we can see, we have used the subject, which is Rajiv in this case. Then we have used S form of the verb take. Second example, girls like to go for shopping. Similarly, we have used first form of V1, that is like. Now see, there is a difference between the first sentence and the second sentence. Now here you need to pay a lot of attention. In the first sentence, Rajiv was a third person singular subject. That's why we have used S or ES form of the verb take. On the other hand, in the second sentence, the subject is girls, which is plural. That's why we have just used the first form of verb without using S or ES form. So please remember this point, dear students, that whenever the subject is third person in singular form, in simple present tense, we will use the S or ES form of the verb. But if the subject is plural in present indefinite tense, we will just use the base form of the verb. The third example is the sun rises in the east, which is an example of universal truth. And water boils at 100 degrees centigrade, which is a scientific fact. So, the first application of tense is to talk about those actions which are a part of habit, universal truth, and scientific facts. And in order to do that, we need simple present tense. The next application of tense is to talk about those actions which are taking place at the time of talking. It is also used to describe an incomplete action. I repeat, Another application of tense is to talk about those actions which are taking place at the time of talking or which is used to describe an incomplete action. Dear friends, if you look around you, whatever is happening right at this moment, to express those, we use present continuous tense. For example, I am recording a video. Rita is doing her work. They are discussing something. These are all examples of incomplete action. Present continuous tense is also used to indicate those actions which happen in the present but not necessarily at the time of talking. I repeat, present continuous tense are used to indicate those actions which are happening in the present but is not happening at the time of talking. Some examples of these are I am taking exercise every day. He is reading an interesting novel these days. Dear friends, present continuous tense, the structure is not that difficult to understand or remember, but you must remember one thing, that here we have to use is, am, or are depending on the subject, and we will use the ing form of the verb. I repeat, in present continuous tense, you have to use the helping verbs is, am, or are depending on the subject, and you have to use the ing form of verb. Some points to remember in present continuous tense is that it is also known as present progressive tense, and most important factor in present continuous tense is that present continuous tense can also be used to talk about the future. This part of present continuous tense, which talks about the future, we will discuss in detail in the upcoming videos. I hope present continuous tense is clear to all of you. Now let's move on. The next application of tense is quite important and sometimes quite confusing too. Tense also talks about those actions which are complete or perfect. In other words, tense helps us to know about those actions which have recently been completed. And in order to understand those actions which are complete or perfect in its sense, we use present perfect tense. For example, I have finished my work. This is an example of a complete action or a finished action. The structure is not that difficult to understand. In this present perfect tense, we use has or have with the third form of verb, which is known as the past participle form of verb. So, the past participle form of verb or the third form of verb finds its use in perfect tense. Present perfect tense also describes those actions that took place in the past, but the exact time is not important and hence it is not mentioned. I repeat, present perfect tense helps us to know about those actions which were completed in the past, but the exact time when it was completed has not been mentioned, and those actions have a relationship with the present. Let us discuss some examples which will make this point clear. She has watched this movie. Now here, the action of watching the movie is complete. We get to know that this action was completed in the past, but the exact time of watching the movie is not mentioned. So, in these cases where action was completed in the past, but the exact time has not been mentioned, we will use present perfect tense. Next example, this student has disturbed the whole class. Again, this point or this example is again quite easy to understand. So present perfect tense tells about perfect actions, actions which are complete, and those actions which were completed in the past, but the exact time is not important and is not mentioned. Points to remember in present perfect tense is that present perfect tense cannot be used with such actions where exact time has been mentioned. So, we cannot use the sentence in this way, I have played in the morning, because the moment you are using the exact time, we cannot use present perfect tense. So always remember, in present perfect tense, we will use the third form of verb, that is the past participle form of the verb. And we will also use the helping verbs has or have based on the subject. Moving on to the next application of tense. Tense also helps us to know about those actions that started in the past, is still continuing in the present, and may also extend in the future. I repeat, tense helps us to know about those actions which started in the past, it is continuing in the present, and may also extend in the future. So, in order to do all these functions, we require present perfect continuous tense. In present perfect continuous tense, we use has or have with been and ing form of the verb. Now this structure will be clear when we look at the examples. I have been studying since 5 am. Nikhil has been disturbed for the last 3 days. Here we see that we use has been or have been depending on the subject, and with has been and have been we use ing form of the verb. Always remember, present perfect continuous tense tells about actions which started in the past and may also continue in the future. Points to remember in present perfect continuous tense is the use of since and for. Usage of since and for is very important while using present perfect continuous tense, and in the upcoming videos we will discuss about its usage in a detailed way. I hope all the 4 subdivisions of tense are clear to you. In the upcoming videos we will discuss past tense and future time reference in detail. Keep watching my videos, like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.